The story begins with May, who is celebrating with her husband Jamie after discovering that she is pregnant. This moment is very special for them, as they had been waiting for a long time to complete their family. However, everything suddenly changes when Jamie's grandmother dies and her body is found outside the house. She had been very close to her grandson and leaves her house to Jamie. Because of this, Jamie and May move into the house so they can live there with their future child in a bigger and more open space. As soon as they arrive, they meet Naya. She thanks them for coming and tells them she has something important to show. Naya explains that when Jamie's grandmother was alive, she used to leave pieces of meat near the fields to feed some mysterious creatures living there. These creatures are called caps. She says that the grandmother used to take care of them, but later she stopped and focused more on her family. After that, her husband died from a strange illness, and then her daughter also died. The grandmother blamed herself and became convinced that those creatures were responsible for her family's deaths. Because of this, Naya asks May and Jamie to continue feeding the creatures, warning them that otherwise they will face serious trouble. Although May and Jamie don't believe her, they promise to do it in memory of the grandmother. A few hours later, they start fixing and decorating their new home and feel very happy. The next day, they go to a nearby village to buy supplies. The shop owner tells them he knew Jamie's grandmother very well and is happy the house will no longer be empty. He even lets them take things for free as a welcome gift. Later, they go to meet Naya at the place where she works. On the way, they pass a trailer where a dog suddenly runs toward them barking. They quickly leave, unaware that a strange man is watching them from a distance. At the bar where Naya works, people initially stare at them strangely, but soon behave as if they've known them for years. May talks to an old drunk man, but he starts acting weird and is thrown out. Naya then asks May if she placed food for the creatures that morning. May laughs and says she forgot. Hearing this, Naya becomes very worried and takes her aside, explaining that the creatures are dangerous and will react in terrifying ways if not fed. She offers to handle it herself every morning, but May refuses, saying she just wants to feel safe in her new home after past trauma. Still, she promises to take care of it. Meanwhile, the drunk old man returns home with his dog. The dog runs off excitedly toward the forest, and the man follows it. Suddenly, he sees a small crying child, and he approaches. It turns out to be a trap. The child attacks him. The next morning, May and Jamie wake up to noises in the kitchen. They find local people there helping with repairs. Mr. Wellen introduces his family and assures them everything will be fixed soon. However, May feels something is off. Later, problems begin when Killian, one of the family members, starts acting strangely and stealing things. Meanwhile, May visits Jamie's grandmother's grave with a priest. She reveals she had lost a child. In a previous abusive relationship, the priest blesses her, though he doesn't fully agree with her views. Ami learns that, while his grandmother and her husband are buried together, their daughter's body was never found, only a stone marks her place. This raises more questions. Later, Naya tells May that Harry, the drunk man, has gone missing. She invites them for tea, but May decides to talk to her alone. Naya reveals that the grandmother once made a deal with the Red Caps to save her husband, offering her daughter in exchange. May finds this hard to believe. Back home, Welland's children start causing trouble. One disturbing moment happens when May finds Ion, the eldest son, spying on her through the bathroom window. Although Mr. Welland apologizes, Jamie becomes furious. That night, May places meat outside as an offering, but when she turns back, the plate is already empty, terrifying her. Next day, Welland's children break a window, injuring May. Jamie loses his temper and calls them criminals, but May tries to calm things down. Later, May talks to Ion and realizes he has mental issues, but his father ignores it. This frustrates her deeply. To escape the stress, May goes alone into the forest. She wanders aimlessly, searching for the mysterious creatures. Soon, she sees Harry's dog, which leads her deeper into the woods. She finds a strange brick structure with stairs inside. Feeling uneasy, she decides to leave. As she follows the dog, she gets lost. Suddenly, she sees Ion standing in the middle of the forest. She approaches him and realizes he has come there to stay away from his father and find peace. Asterisk, because he has been beaten again, May feels sympathy for Ion and tries to talk to him. However, the situation suddenly worsens. Ion confesses that he has deep feelings for her. May tries to push him away, but during the struggle, both of them fall to the ground. The next scene shows May running quickly back to her house. Soon as she arrives, she calls out to Jamie and tells him she has something important to show him. Jamie is confused at first, but then follows her into the forest. There, May explains everything that Ion tried to attack her, but before anything worse could happen, some mysterious creatures suddenly appeared and saved her life. Jamie finds it hard to believe and becomes frustrated, which makes May even angrier. He says that ever since the attack they experienced in the city, everything has changed, and he doesn't want to take any more risks. Later, Jamie goes to a bar where he meets Kiam and Vice, Eon's brothers. They ask him about Ion, but Jamie says he doesn't know anything. They warn him to inform them if he finds out anything. That night, May sits alone at home, thinking about everything that happened. She remembers how some unknown force pulled Ion away from her and saved her life. Suddenly, one of the mysterious creatures enters the house. May realizes it might be one of the Redcaps. She stays completely still out of fear. The creature comes closer, says something in a strange language, leaves a bag on the floor and disappears. May quickly takes a photo of it to prove she's telling the truth. But the real horror begins when she opens the bag. Inside is Ion's severed head. Soon, Jamie returns home and May tells him everything. When he sees the head, he is terrified. She tries to show him the photo, but shockingly, nothing appears in it. At that moment, there's a knock on the door. Mr. Welland and his sons arrive, saying Ion was last seen near May and Jamie. Tries to handle the situation and speaks through the door, denying any involvement. When Welland doesn't believe him, Jamie threatens to call the police, pretending to leave. Welland secretly signals his sons to enter the house from upstairs. Realizing things are out of control, May decides to escape and protect herself and her unborn child. She runs upstairs and reaches the roof, where she encounters Isel. Shocked, she drops the bag. When Isel sees her brother's head, she runs to inform her family, taking advantage of the chaos. May runs toward a door that leads to the Redcaps' territory. Meanwhile, Jamie tries to call the police using his laptop since their phones aren't working. But Welland sneaks into the house from the back with his daughter and sets the house on fire using Molotov cocktails. Jamie runs for his life and hides in a room, blocking the door with a bookshelf. Then he remembers May might still be upstairs and rushes to help her. But inside, he is attacked by Killian. Despite fighting back, Jamie is overpowered as the house burns. Welland confronts him, demanding to know what happened to his son. Jamie insists that the Redcaps are responsible, but Welland doesn't believe him and blames May. Meanwhile, May reaches the Redcaps' cave and begs for help. She promises them anything if they save her husband. She returns home, but Isel is waiting and attacks her. Welland orders his son to kill Jamie while he deals with May. Suddenly, the Redcaps arrive. One of them attacks Killian, stabbing him in the mouth. Welland strikes the creature, but before he understands what's happening, another Redcap attacks again. Chaos spreads everywhere. Isel is dragged away by multiple Redcaps and brutally attacked. Killian runs to the car, finds a creature hiding inside, and kills it, but soon he is surrounded and killed by the others. Welland tries to save his son, but fails. Watching him die in front of his eyes, broken, he apologizes to his son. Jamie, who was hiding, escapes and tries to fight the creatures, but realizes they are not attacking him, they are actually helping him. He rushes to May, who is about to give birth. At that moment, Welland returns with a gun and shoots one of the Redcaps, causing the others to flee. Seeing his daughter dead, he becomes enraged and decides to kill May and Jamie. Jamie steps forward to protect May and challenges Welland, but Welland cowardly shoots him. Jamie falls to the ground. As Welland moves toward May, a dog suddenly attacks him, causing him to drop the gun. May crawls toward it, grabs it, and shoots Welland dead. Finally, they are free from the dangerous family. Exhausted, May and Jamie collapse. The Redcaps take all the dead bodies to their cave to feast on them. Soon after, Jamie prepares a space in the house to help May give birth since there's no time to go to a hospital. Despite the pain, May successfully delivers a healthy baby. Both of them cry with happiness. Days pass, and they slowly recover. One day, while Jamie is cleaning the house with headphones on, May returns to check on the baby, but the baby is gone. Panicking, she looks outside and sees the Redcaps carrying her baby into the forest. She screams for Jamie, but he can't hear her. Determined, May follows them to their lair. There, she sees a weak old woman. Looking closely, she realizes it is the grandmother's daughter, the same child taken years ago. Now grown and turned into their queen, May understands that the Red Caps want her baby as their new leader. Furious, she attacks one of the creatures and kills it. Then she runs to the old woman and kills her as well as soon as the woman dies. All the Red Caps bow before May, accepting her as their new queen. Later, Jamie finds the baby safely back inside the house. He steps outside and sees May surrounded by the creatures, participating in a strange ritual. The sky turns red, and the creatures howl and dance, welcoming their new queen. Despite how terrifying everything is, May and Jamie accept their new reality, believing that now everything in this world will go according to their will. And this is where our dark and mysterious story comes to an end.